Hello everyone. In this video we are going to study Ferraro's law of isorotation. So it states that the angular velocity, usually angular velocity we will take it as omega, the angular velocity of a perfectly conducting fluid. So here we are considering perfectly conducting fluid. It means sigma is tends to infinity. Sigma is conductivity of a fluid. So it tends to infinity. The angular velocity of a perfectly conducting fluid rotating steadily about its axis of symmetry is constant along the magnetic field lines. So we are going to prove omega is constant along the magnetic field lines. So we will consider an axis. If this is our origin, our fluid is rotating in this form about the axis, symmetric to this axis. See, this is our axis Z. Fluid is rotating to this. So this axis we are taking it as symmetric about the rotating fluid. So the angular velocity. So this is rotating with velocity omega. The angular velocity of a perfectly conducting fluid rotating steadily about its axis symmetry is constant along the magnetic field line. We have to prove that. So I'll consider some point P. Since we are considering angular velocity, the axes are, see, when we consider the fluid flows or rotating about its axis, it forms a cylinder, right? If this is the axis, when the fluid rotate about this, it forms a cylinder, right? When we are rotating like this, it forms a cylinder. So here we are not considering Cartesian coordinate system. Here we are considering cylindrical coordinate system, that is R, or we can take it as rho, theta and z. So theta is about an angle which makes with the symmetric axis. Here we are going to prove omega is constant. So we are taking OZ be the axis of symmetry of a perfectly conducting fluid rotating about a axis with angular velocity omega. And we are considering some point P with cylindrical coordinate system R, theta and phi. Now we are going to consider the magnetic induction equation for a perfectly conducting fluid. So we know the equation dou B by dou T is equal to del cross Q cross B. The same equation can be written as dou H by dou T is equal to del cross Q cross H, one and the same. So we are considering magnetic induction equation for a perfectly conducting fluid. We have mentioned the perfectly conducting fluid rotating steadily. So therefore it is a steady flow. If it is a steady flow, dou B by dou T tends to 0. Therefore we have equation del cross Q cross B equal to 0. Now we are going to find del cross Q cross B. Since the motion of the fluid is due to the rotation alone, the motion is due to the rotation alone, the velocity q at time is given by omega r e theta k. Instead of having I cap in Cartesian form, in cylindrical coordinate system we will have er cap. So instead of j cap we are having e theta cap, and instead of k cap we are having e z cap. R axis, unit axis along R, theta and z. So q velocity is due to the rotation, therefore w r e theta. And magnetic field B is given by br, which is function of r and z along er and along Ez. Usually along the fluid axis, there won't be exist magnetic field. So we are having along R and Z axis. Now we have the value of Q and B. Now we are going to find Q cross B and then curl of Q cross B. So what is Q cross B? ER, E theta and Ez along Q. Q is only along E theta, therefore 0, omega R 0, and B is BR and BZ. So BR along ER, B theta is 0 and BZ. So when we find the determinant, ER we have values. So ER cap is omega R into BZ and E theta is 0, 0. So minus 0 into E theta cap, and for Ez also there exists some value 0 minus omega R BR. Therefore we have omega R BZ ER cap minus omega R BR EZ cap. So we got the value of Q cross B. Now we are going to find curl of Q cross B. We know how to find curl in cylindrical coordinate system. The formula is ER by R, E theta, Ez by R, dou by dou R, dou by dou theta and dou by dou Z. Here coefficient of ER is omega R BZ into 1. So here coefficient of ER, here R into coefficient of E theta. Here E theta is 0. Here coefficient of Ez, which is minus omega R BR. So curl in Cartesian coordinate system is 1 by R into ER, E theta, 1 by R into Ez. Here dou by dou R, dou by dou theta, dou by dou Z. Then coefficient of this terms. Q cross B is this. So first term is coefficient of ER. Second term is R into coefficient of E theta. E theta is 0 here and coefficient of Ez. So here we are having omega R BZ R into 0 minus omega R into BR. So this is 0. When we expand it, ER by R. So when we find determinant, differentiation of omega R BR with respect to theta. These are not function of theta, therefore this is 0. Here it is 0, differentiation of 0. So it is 0 minus E theta cap. So find determinant of second term. We'll have minus dou by dou R of omega R BR minus dou by dou Z of omega R BZ. And E theta by R is 0. Differentiation of this again with respect to theta. Again it is 0. So last term is also 0. Only second term exists. When we take minus common, it will become plus. So which is equal to, these terms become plus. I am going to differentiate this now. I will differentiate, or I will take omega as one term, R and BR as another term. I am going to use product rule. So omega into dou by dou r of RBR plus RBR of dou by dou r of omega. Using product rule here. Similarly, use product rule here. Omega as one term, RBZ as second term. Plus omega dou by dou z of RBZ plus RBZ of dou omega by dou z of E theta cap. Actually, what is del cross B cross B? From this equation, del cross Q cross B or curl of Q cross B is 0. Therefore, curl of Q cross B is 0. I have substituted curl of Q cross B is 0. Group the terms omega terms and R terms. Group omega terms and R terms. We will get 0 is equal to omega is common. Dou by dou r of RBR plus dou by dou z of RBZ. And another two terms RBR of dou omega by dou r plus RBZ of dou omega by dou z. E theta cannot be 0, therefore this term should be equal to 0. I am taking this term is equal to 0. Now I am going to divide this equation throughout by r. I will get omega 1 by r dou by dou r of RBR plus 1 by r differentiation of r with respect to z. Here it is constant, only BZ differentiation exists. Therefore, R dou by dou Z of BZ plus RBR by R dou omega by dou R plus R by R BZ of dou omega by dou Z. Here just finding the determinant term. Then here using product rule I have differentiated. Curl of Q cross B is 0. Therefore, I am taking it as 0. Here just grouping omega terms and remaining terms. Then divide the equation throughout by omega and this is equal to 0. So, this is nothing but our del operator in cylindrical coordinate system. Here theta term is 0 because BR does not contain theta term. Actually, del operator in cylindrical coordinate system is 1 by r dou by dou r of r into coefficient of first term. If it is del of AR plus 1 by r into A theta term, second term plus dou by dou z. This is del operator in cylindrical coordinate system. 1 by r dou by dou r of r into AR plus 1 by r dou by dou theta of second term plus dou by dou z of third term. In B, we are having BR, ER cap, 0, E theta cap. So here 1 by r dou by dou theta becomes 0. So this we can write it as omega del dot B. Similarly here B dot del omega. Taking B dot with del and omega. Del dot B is 0 using solenoidal property. So what is the term left out with? B dot del of omega equal to 0. So from this equation it is clear that there is no variation in angular velocity along the magnetic field lines. P dot del omega equal to 0 means variation does not exist. If variation exists, this is not equal to 0. Since there is no variation, if it is constant, then only the differentiation is 0, right? Del is nothing but derivative term. Dou by dou r, dou by dou theta and dou by dou z. So when this is become 0, then only this will become equal to 0. So from this we can conclude that there is no variation in angular velocity along magnetic field lines. That is, angular velocity is constant along the magnetic field line. That's what we have to prove.